So, I was browsing through the internet, not thinking anything of it, when this story appeared saying that Mark Zuckerberg is planning on killing the Facebook brand and changing their focus to the metaverse, whatever that even is. Where did this even come from, and what does it mean for Facebook? Why are they doing it, and what's the metaverse anyway, and what can we expect from it going forward? Tons of questions for this one, and all those answers can be found here at Techonomics. Hey, it's Carlos, always trying to provide you with an insight on technology and how it's affecting you and the world at large. To be honest, this one caught me off guard. Facebook has always been this constant corporate conglomerate that everyone from all sides is at least a little pissed off at. So let's get some context to understand what the hell is going on. Okay, so Facebook is a social media platform started by Mark Zuckerberg in 2004. It's changed a lot over the past almost 2 decades, but now it is commonly referred to as Facebook Blue. And it's referred to differently because Facebook, the company, is now a lot more than just one social media platform. Over the years, it has expanded its reach to encompass a large portfolio of different applications and products. You have Instagram, the photography-focused social media platform. There's WhatsApp, the online messaging platform that has become a primary form of communication in India, Latin America, and parts of Europe. There's also Messenger, the messaging platform that was forked off from Facebook Blue. Finally, there's Oculus, the VR hardware company. There's probably many more, but those are just the popular ones. And it's exactly because it owns all these different companies that Facebook wants to kill its name and rebrand. Now, I'm not really sure if they're going to get rid of the Facebook name on the social media site as well, but that actually gets to explaining how they are going to do this in the first place. Because Facebook is not the first tech company to restructure the different companies under its umbrella. Probably the most notable one was Google back in 2015. You have to remember that Google was originally a search engine, and over the years it bought tons of other companies that did a variety of different things like YouTube, Android, Nest, and many more. That's when Alphabet came in. They created Alphabet, a totally different parent company, to consolidate all the other companies under. That way the company and the brand of Google can focus on what it does best, search, and a couple of other ventures as well. Meanwhile, the aforementioned Alphabet can focus on managing the other companies that it's under its control without having to have Google involved whatsoever. Now, that giant explanation was to make clear that this is exactly what Facebook is planning on doing themselves. They're likely to create another company, just like Alphabet, with a name that's not Facebook, then stuff all those other companies that I mentioned before, like Facebook Blue, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc., under it. But here's an interesting question. Why do they need to rebrand in the first place? So why does Facebook need to rebrand in the first place? Well, Facebook has gone through so many different scandals, it's a miracle that they've taken this long to even consider it. So let me go through the major scandals so you can understand the severity of their actions and why they're so universally disliked. There was a scandal with Cambridge Analytica. In 2007, Facebook allowed certain authorized partners to get deep, detailed access to user data. It ended up stopping this practice in 2015, but not before finding out that one of the professors with this access broke their data policies and shared the data to a third party, Cambridge Analytica, who happened to have connections with the Trump campaign that supposedly uses data in their campaign. Given how divisive that election was in the first place, it should be no surprise that this breach of privacy would turn a lot of people off of Facebook. To make things worse, Facebook also had 2 major high-profile data breaches, one in 2019 and another in 2021, with 540 million user profiles and 533 million user profiles leaked respectively. You have to remember that Facebook is a social media website that is often used to share your deepest, darkest secrets and communicate with your closest friends. Having that data publicly accessible by a bunch of strangers is a breach of privacy and trust. Then there's 2 other issues regarding mental health that I've mentioned in a previous video. The TLDR is that Facebook has done research experiments on its own users to see how they can manipulate those users' moods. With that in mind, it is no surprise that fast forwarding to 2021, it has come out out that Facebook knows that Instagram has had tangible negative effects on teenagers' well-being and mental health. This is especially true for young girls, meaning that Facebook has manipulated their platform to hurt the health of young people and is knowingly continuing to make it worse. Now, you might think, okay, Facebook sucks, but what does that have to do with the whole rebrand thing? Well, two reasons. First, the fact of the matter is, by rebranding, they have a chance to change their public perception, which I think we can all agree their public perception needs some work. Second, regulation. They've been messing up so badly over the past few years that there have been several public conversations in the US Congress to break up and regulate Facebook. Now, Mark Zuckerberg has come out and said that they want Facebook to be regulated, but I find that extremely unlikely. What he wants is an excuse to point at the government as to the reasons why his company is making horrible decisions. And the proof of that is the rebrand. By changing the way everything is corporately structured in the company, he's making it harder for companies to be split up, which is exactly what he wants because he doesn't want real regulation. So, once they kill the Facebook brand, what does the future of not Facebook hold? Mark Zuckerberg said that they see the future of the company post-rebrand to be the metaverse. Well, what is that? According to Investopedia, it is a digital reality that combines aspects of social media, online gaming, augmented reality, virtual reality, and cryptocurrencies to allow users to interact virtually. So they don't want you to have social media on your screen, they want you to be in social media using new AR and VR technology. It's a fine goal, I just don't know how doable it is. Sure, maybe in a couple of decades, but given how slow the uptake on VR has been throughout the world, I wouldn't hold my breath on it working anytime soon. That said, even if it does, I would also be worried that not Facebook is the one that wants to be spearheading the whole thing. I've already explained how they've messed up constantly throughout the years, so I wouldn't really trust them in this endeavor to begin with. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Please hit that like button, it helps a ton with the algorithm. Also, comment down below on whether or not you trust Facebook doing all this whole metaverse thing and what you think about the rebranding. As always, it's Carlos from Techonomics, over and out.